Alright, so this is a very interesting situation I'm in right now. I'm by myself, my lonesome self in this apartment, condo that we own. And my wife has gone to work and has left me alone and said basically to relax and be a good boy. So, the saying idle mind is the devil's workshop. Well, I don't want the devil working in my shop. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my events of today and I'm going to turn them into a video for my wife to watch because I'm sure she'll enjoy knowing how I spent my day. Today I've decided on a theme. My theme for today is going to be video games, obviously. And that video game genre that I've chosen for today is a genre that I really, really like, but I don't spend a lot of time in. And I really want to spend more time in it. And that is the shoot 'em up genre, specifically the Dojin shooters, or they've got different names, curtain fire shooters. But basically the stuff that Galaga's made up. There's curtain fire shooters, bullet hell shooters, shoot 'em ups, any kind of shooter other than Call of Duty, really, or other first-person shooters. So, with that, let's get started selecting some games. Now, I know before I get started, Sean's going to be asking me, like, as soon as she comes home, Aaron, did you eat? So, here's some amazing macaroni steak. So I ate. So now we're set. So now the next part of our day here is we gotta find some games that we want to play. And since we've chosen a theme for today, we're gonna look at the shoot 'em up genre. Jackal, you could definitely consider that one shoot 'em up. I've been debating whether or not to include games like this, because then if you're gonna include Jackal, you might as well include Contra. If we're just gonna stick straightly with the bullet hell shoot 'em ups, the ones with like crazy fire and stuff like we got Bangai right here, given to me by my dear wife Shauna, who is absolutely amazing. Mars Matrix is going in there, no questions asked. Yeah, all my Japanese imports for the Saturn, they're all amazing games, but they're all fighters, none of them are shooters, and that's not going to be our theme for today. Another day I'm going to do fighting games as a theme, and then that'll take literally all day. Dragoon, technically those are considered shooters too, rail shooters, but that's not really the genre I'm looking for today. Okay, also last night while I was playing around with Fraps, I also watched a little bit of YouTube on my iPod, and I discovered this pretty cool looking shooter. It's called Shikigami no Shori, I believe is what it's called. And it was originally an arcade game in Japan that was ported to PlayStation 2. They later ported to Windows. I'm actually going to check this out because it was specifically designed for Windows. Thank you to Jake, Yoshiman4698, for introducing me to File Express. I did, though, however, I'm 100% positive I got a virus off File Express because I had to reformat this Toshiba computer right here. Luckily, it's not my main computer or File Express. I cannot remember the order of that title. I'm going to look up real quickly Shikigami no Shoro, because it's a Japanese shooter, very Japanese shooter, extremely Japanese. Like, it's got Harajuku girls, and it's got cowboys with sunglasses, and they're flying on broomsticks and throwing a deck of cards. That's the kind of shooter it is. So I'll definitely be, if I can find it, I will show it to you. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Shikigami no Shori. And let's see, that's supposed to be a shooter for PC. And I go down here, and we've got DJ Khaled featured Drake, Rick Ross, and Lil Wayne. No New Friends, SFTB Remix 2013 singles. Now, I don't know where in the entire universe, how they got those words from Shikigami no Shori. It looks like we're not going to be playing Shikigami no Shori because it's not on File Express. Okay, well, after a little luck, I actually did find the game. It's huge. It's gonna take, it's actually I didn't know it was a trilogy, and so I'm actually downloading the trilogy, and it's gonna take 2 hours. We got such a good deal on this game. I am so excited. I don't know why. Shoot 'em ups are not very popular. They're not very popular, especially in the United States. I don't know hardly anyone that plays shoot 'em ups. You find them online. You can find them on YouTube, but you never meet them out in the streets or at church or in bars or anything like that. People just don't play shoot 'em ups. But yet, there's got to be a fan base out there, because on eBay, these games are so expensive. So let's pop this in, and let's push power, and we're off. Alright, here we go. Bangai O. Treasure. I have to say Treasure is definitely my favorite game company of all time. The only Treasure game I can think of that I did not like, that I've played that is Sylphid the Lost Planet, which interestingly enough was also made by Game Arts, which is supposed to be a great company, and was brought over here by Working Designs, which is another one of my favorite companies. So how can you have Treasure, Game Arts, and Working Designs all working on a project and it suck? I don't know, but Sylphid the Lost Planet is a shoot 'em up that definitely sucked. So anyway, I always thought this story was kind of funny because I don't think it really has anything to do with the game. Well, I mean, I guess it does kind of have something to do with the game, but it's just so... Even the translation, like some of the English in this game's translation is absolutely horrid, and it makes this game really funny just because it was translated so bad. But we're not here about the translation. I'm here because I'm giving you a rundown of the shoot 'em up genre. So let's do that. Bangai, let's start to begin. Game options, make sure it's in the right control settings. Yeah, I like the ABXY control mode. I don't like this mode because I just think controlling it is too hard. I prefer using both buttons as if it was like a dual analog stick. I can actually see why this game would be preferable on maybe an Xbox controller, just because it uses dual analog, and the Dreamcast only has one analog stick, which isn't actually even compatible with this game. This is a dual analog game, so the way they make up for it on the Dreamcast is your X, Y, A, B buttons is one analog stick, and your digital pad is your other analog stick. And that's how we do it. So let's keep it mono. I think it sounds better in mono. So let's do done. I really like how they use the B one in this game to select your options. Watashi Akira Kurosawa Kuroniko Kwai-dan. Yeah, if you haven't watched Kwai-dan, well, you have, Shauna, and Kwai-dan's amazing. So it reminds me of Kwai-dan when I hear that B1. So that goes out to you, Shauna. Alright. Let's start game here. Initials. Aaron. There's no heart. That's one of the things. Ooh, that's new. It's too equal. I like that better. There's one of the things I like about Capcom games is that Capcom games have a heart, so we can do Aaron, Heart, Shauna. But since Shauna and I are married, it'll be Aaron equals Shauna, because that means 1 equals 1. Start game or change initials? Let's start game. Alright, so we're on level 23, and I still have not been able to beat this one.
because, well, do I risk doing level 23? Let's do it. Let's do an easier level, just for demonstration purposes. Let's do level 13. Let's start. Race to the fuse, hurry or you get stuck. Yeah, I don't remember actually how to play this level. Ah! It's been so long since I played this game. Alright. Focus. I must be dreaming. Okay. I think I'm warmed up enough. Let's go back and let's try 23 again, see if I can beat it. This is my shoot 'em up day. My genre of the day right now is shoot 'em ups. So let's see how we can do here. This level I've been stuck on for a very long time, so that's why I'm doing it, because I want to show it to Sean. Alright, here we go. We're gonna break in. This is where it's gonna get crazy. There's some bananas. 300. Oh, two. Crazy. I don't think we're gonna make it. Ooh, maybe I will make it. I can't even see. There's so many lasers. That's the longest I've lasted, though. Let me at him, or I want my mommy. Well, really, I want my Shauna. Let's try again. I must be dreaming. Alright, I've got 2 minutes left, so let's try this one more time. Man. Under pressure now. Under pressure, looking down at me. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. As soon as I get this is where they start producing tons of enemies, and I have to dodge all these bullets. Let's do this smart. Here comes the soldiers now. Whoa! I didn't even know there was a whole. I didn't know these guys were down here. Let's get the bananas while we got the chance. Wow. Oh, I didn't even realize this. It creates a little like a... Oh, come on. I hate it. Those soldiers just don't die. $400 mags. Did I make it? Oh, great. Now I got a boss. Well, I don't believe that you've come to this time. Man, I am not ready for a boss. Look at my health. It is wrong to yearn for heroism. But now number 2 has come on. You have no chance. Don't talk such nonsense. The man is scum. He hardly ever works. He is stupid and easy to beat. Nevertheless, he is fairly well known. It is a bad game. What has it planted in the pure heart of a young man? If that's the case, they will soon ask you properly. Special training against the Shaba Tengokugu made by your father. Special training, really? Then I too will soon be able to cut up water. No! I made it to the boss! I want my mommy. I was so close. Now that you've seen some gameplay of our first game, Shauna, of Bangai, it's actually going now on 10:10 in the morning, and I just had that little bit of breakfast at 8 o'clock, so I can't believe 2 hours has flown by, just like, where'd the time go? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to eat, so that way, because me eating makes you happy. I got my spoon, I got my pot, and just so you know, so that way you don't have to worry about me, I'm going to eat for you. On camera. This is my caveman pose. Well, now that we've had our nutritious meal, that should do it. Let's get back to playing some more shoot 'em ups. Now that we've done Bangai, that one is finished, so we can set that one aside. Thank you for watching that. Next we got here is probably one of the more traditional. Bangai was kind of revolutionary because even though it's a shoot 'em up, it's very different from your typical shoot 'em up. But now we're going to go with something way more traditional. Mars Matrix. This is definitely more of the Galaga type genre that people have come to know and love today. Alright, let's hit the power button. And we're off. Alright, so here we are back. Thank you so much for watching. I haven't played as near as much of Mars Matrix as I have, say, Ikaruga. Or Bangai, and honestly, this game, I've learned about this game probably Probably less than a year ago. It's probably a year ago, around spring of a year ago, maybe around this time, that I actually learned about Mars Matrix for the Dreamcast. Prior to it, I didn't own a Dreamcast until about a year, or was it 2 years ago? Man, actually it was about 2 years ago I got my Dreamcast, because I was still working for Chick-fil-A when I got my Dreamcast. And I was looking for games for it, and I came across this, and I couldn't find a decent copy of it that was affordable, because people were asking like 70, 80, 90 bucks for it, and I just was like, man, that's so much money. But after finding a reasonable copy of it, I can definitely understand now why people sell this game for like 70, 80 bucks. I think you can get it pretty reasonable now on eBay for maybe 55, 60, but depending on the condition. But this really is a fantastic shoot 'em up. I don't think there's really anything I don't like about this game. Well, with the exception of the timing for your shields, but I think that was done intentionally because you got to really plan in advance. And I'll get into that later, about activating your shield and how there's like a second delay before your shield activates, and that can get really frustrating. But I honestly think the creators of this game did that intentionally to add a bit of strategy to the game. I've played this game a lot with my wife, and one of these days we're going to do a live broadcast of just my wife and I playing it together. Just because this game really does reward co-op. And you'll know what I mean when my wife and I do a review of this game, or a live broadcasting while we're playing this game. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really have anything else to say. Just an amazing game. So let's just get right into it. I really like the music. It kind of goes with kind of the dark, like almost some of the songs in this game remind me a little bit of dubstep. Now I know you dubstep fans out there are probably they're probably choking out there because they're like, this doesn't sound anything like dubstep. But since I'm not quite from the dubstep generation, a lot of electronic beats now sound the same to me. But I really like the music. I really like the setup for this game. Green's one of my favorite colors, so obviously with this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle green look here, it automatically appeals to me. Let's go to options. Difficulty for I can't figure out the difference between the difficulties, because it seems like 8 is just as hard as 4, so I don't understand that. Number of ships, I want as many ships as I possibly can, because this game is way hard. I'd say way more hard than Bangai. Credits, 6. Screen, just the screen, it's more controllers. Now the point of this game really is you want to be blowing things up kind of as much as you can. I mean, that's the goal of every fire curtain or bullet hell shoot 'em up. Just like Bangai, but when you blow something up, you get these little coin boxes that float around. And the way you multiply your score is by collecting as many coin boxes in a row as you can. Basically, the more you blow up on screen, the more clouds of these floating golden boxes are going to be floating around, you'll see. And just kind of like what your icon looks like. And you want to pick those up because that's your score multiplier. But most importantly, you want to survive. So the shop is a really neat feature. As you gain points, you earn dollars. I think it's funny that they have a dollar symbol there instead of the yen symbol. You can see I've already bought some stuff. In the challenge stage 1 I bought 5 ships, 6 credits. So it rewards you for sticking to it and trying to learn it. This game is more repetitive than Bangai, but I think it's awesome, and I like these kind of games. I like repetition as long as it's fun. Like, people complain that King of Fighters is repetitive, but there's so much you can do in King of Fighters that it doesn't feel repetitive. And I think Mars and Matrix is the same way. There's so many different strategies to do these levels. It's not. I don't find it repetitive as some people might. So let's do arcade mode, just base arcade mode. Do we want to do straight shot with more firepower, or do we want to do wide shot? Let's go with straight shot. I think let's do straight shot. Also, the higher score multiplier, the faster your ship levels up. So that's important too. Alright, so let's start. Let's skip that. We already know how to play the game. See how as I blow things up I get multipliers? And I want to be collecting those. One of the things that's really nice in this game. Okay, we might have to do a reset here. One of the things that's super nice about this game is that touching enemies doesn't kill you. Only thing that kills you is their weapons, which is pretty... Wow. Okay, yeah. We're definitely not rocking it. Oh, I've leveled up. Maybe this will work out after all. So far, maybe I just need warming up. Getting very many points. Yeah, at least I leveled up. Ah! Seconds. Not bad. Not super good. Like I said, this game is way easier in multiplayer just because you guys, while one person's charging a shield, the other person can be destroying enemies, so it makes it. It is real. This takes so much concentration. Yeah, the advantage of using your shield to the max is that you don't. If you use your shield to the max, then you don't get the coins, and therefore you don't level up. And I'm doing awful. At this point, I'm just trying to survive. I'm not even trying to collect coins. It would be nice if I could. Where's my multipliers? There they are. Multipliers. I want to level up my ship. Finally, leveled up. horrible round of level 2. Maybe I can do better than the third one. Shauna, I need you. I need my teammate. Man, look at my lasers. They're like crazy now. Ah! Man. I mean, we can't. I've been so long. I can't remember my patterns. Unbelievable. No! Give me those points. There's probably some Japanese guys laughing at me. There goes all my multipliers because I used a bomb to clear it out, so I'm not going to get as many multipliers now. Here we go. Ah! I'm like level 3 ship right now, so I'm doing pretty awful. That was a pretty awful round. No, my multiplier. One up, there's a one up. This is insane. Oh man. Alright, so I just actually finished downloading the Shikigami Nishori, and I did a virus check on it to make sure there's no virus with it and everything came out clear, so I'm just going to exit that. I have already actually tried playing this game, and I like the game, but the fraps that I tried to use in order to record it just sucks. So unfortunately, I don't think I have really any way of being able to show this game, because frap slows the game down way, way, way slow. I mean, it makes the game easy, but it doesn't make the game look that impressive. So, but here's the file that I downloaded right here. You can see, it's just called the Shiki Trilogy because it's 987 megabytes. It actually contains all 3 games. Website I found it on was the isozone.com PC games. Shikigami no Shiro, the PC collection. Let's just make sure it works here. I'm going to port this over to my computer since there's no viruses in it, but basically just kind of show you what the game sort of looks like. It's kind of cool. Start. Let's see here. See? 7/23. This game came out on my this game takes place on my birthday. So, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but it's going to be impossible to play this game. Yeah, I can't move it, yeah. I can't hold the video camera and play this game at the same time, as much as I would like. Surprisingly, it's not actually as hard as I thought it would be, just because you have a life bar over here. So you got 3 life. So, yeah, I just used it all. So anyway, yeah, a little disappointed I won't be able to show this on in high definition quality, but that's alright. Anyway, thanks for watching. So there she is. She came home, a beautiful wife. And we watched some South Park cartoons together, and we laughed together, and we ate pizza together and ice cream together. And now we're going to be enjoying playing some Baldur's Gate together on our computers here. Ooh, a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche. He was a nihilist.
What's a nihilist?
Someone who believes in nothingness is the end result of everything.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. I don't think there's really, unfortunately, I wish we could get some program to record our gameplay, because that'd be so much fun, especially in split screen. We were able to like somehow record and split the screen, but looks like that's not going to happen. So anyway, but that's how we're going to spend our night. So spent all my day doing shooters, and now we're going to finish off playing one of Shauna and I's favorite games. What's that, Shauna?
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Tales of the Sword Coast.
Coast. I love you.
I love you.
You're my wife.
Yep, you're my